Hey everybody, this is Tasha with Prep For It. Good to see y'all. Sorry I'm a little bit late. Last stream ran a little bit late and had to run and get my breaks in.
It's my fault. I take the blame. I had to tell her about my coffees.
Hey, that's all good. That's not a problem. I'm always happy to hear about coffee. Always happy to hear about coffee.
I just got my fix.
But anyways, last hour was a bit heavy for what we were talking about in our pain chat. So it's good to just get a breath of fresh air and talk about some more.
You all are a breath of fresh air to me.
Oh, thank you, Allie.
I ain't opening the window for fresh air. It's too dang cold out there right now and wet. It was actually snowing here for a little while here in Ohio.
Oh, it's just going to say, what's the matter, Dave? You getting rain, snow?
It's rain. I want snow, and everybody around here is crying, oh, it's snowing. If only people would understand that if they get a nice 2-inch layer of snow on their roof, their house will stay warmer.
So, yeah, it's good to see everybody. Let's see who all's out there. We've got Trish. Hey, wonderful lady. Sarsco, good to see you. I got your email, and I'll send you that next week. Of course, Dave's up here on the panel. Bruce is up here on the panel. Yossi's up on the panel. Hey, Fred, your survivor. Hey, Suburban. Hey, Sandra.
Ooh.
Lori Hyman. Yeah, for me, it's never too late for coffee. Hey, Hugo Homestead, Miss CB. Good to see you, girl. All right. So I think that caught us up. Unless I missed somebody. If I did, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Alley Cat's up here with us. SOP Dave. Backwoods Law Bruce. And Yossi in the Simple Kitchen up on the panel with me. Oh, my goodness. So Dave did something, nearly had a major mishap, and he didn't have it on video, doggone it.
Hey, quit talking about me slipping in the mud. Ain't nobody else's business.
You just gave yourself away.
Hey, but it ain't my fault. I have a bad knee. I tore the meniscus in my knee a couple years ago horsing around with Charles. And on days like today, it just doesn't work. I went to take a step on it. My knee folded.
Ooh.
So, yeah, it was fun.
Dave, in Ohio, do you have that red clay like we have here in Alabama?
No.
Oh.
I prefer red clay because I can take that red clay and make a fire brick oven.
Yeah.
Using just that clay.
You can at least do that, right?
Well, yeah, it's fun when you're sliding down the side of a mountain on it, though.
Yeah, I got firsthand experience at Fort Benning, Georgia. Fort Benning, Georgia sits on red clay. It rains in Fort Benning, Georgia. You just take and have somebody push you, and you can go from the barracks to the mess hall in about 2.3 seconds.
Yeah, we have the caliche here, and oh my gosh, it gets interesting. It's slicker than snot, let me tell you. Hey, Purple Tea Bear, good to see you, girl. And Diggs, hey, glad you're in here.
Clay is bad, but it's not quite as bad as maple leaves on the road with water under them. Those are fun, too.
Yep. Pennsylvania's good for that.
I bet that is fun. Need to do an Olympic sport out of that.
No, because most people don't know how to drive on it, and it's accidents all over the place. It's just why up here in the north, when it snows, when it gets to winter time, I dread being on the road because it go from people that think they can drive to people who don't know how to drive in the span of about 5 minutes when it comes to snow and ice.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't get a lot of ice and stuff here in western Oklahoma, but occasionally we do. We get a good storm in, and it's interesting to watch the people try to drive on it when they're not used, because they're not used to driving on it. Oh my gosh, it's terrifying. I do not like to be out there. Hey, Mouse.
This is a public service announcement. Please put all mouse traps up while Mouse is in the house.
Mouse, let me know if you want a link, Missy, and I will send you one. Let me see. I'll just send it now, and if you don't want it, that's fine too.
That was part of the video that I had to try to edit out because I was talking about the mouse that's running around in my kitchen and how him and I had a deal that as long as he stayed on the counter where I could see him, we're cool. but he chewed the wire to my brand new coffee pot. And
I
have a stockpile of coffee pots, but that was my last one.
Oh no.
And then he ran across my foot. And I said, deal's off, dude. Poison's going down. At least be up here on the counter. I know your route. I know where to look for you. You know, when I come in there. No, he's history. I think he understood me too, because I haven't seen him for 2 days.
He was smart. He got the hell out of there.
Well, that is the we in Israel, we have not 110, we have 220 in the circuit. So when a mouse chew the wire, is toast.
Take out everything, huh? That's probably what's going to take the grid down, is a mouse.
Well, that's what did it. What was it back in 2007, 2008 up in the Northeast?
Mm-hmm. That's what they
was actually a mouse that chewed through a wire at a substation up in Canada, and it took out the entire northeastern part of the United States.
Wow.
Well, we have squirrels that take down the whole grid, and our grid is a 5-mile radius. And I have 7 pecan trees on my property. And so, you know, the poor little thing, it'll have a pecan in its mouth. It runs across the wire, and then it hits the transformer thing, and there's no covers on them. And it will knock out everything, all the way up to the high school, all the way down to the grocery store. I'm talking 5 square miles.
That's a beautiful thing. That's fresh food right there. I mean, he's already cooked for you. I just got to go pick him up and skin him.
Oh, honey, he's cauterized right down the center. I mean, and I'm looking at it going, but it's so pitiful because he's still got the nut in his mouth, you know. And I'm like, well, he's the whole thing.
Just think of Scrat from the cartoon. Ice Age.
Exactly. Oh my God, it breaks my heart. But then it's like you can set a clock on Saturday and Sunday. 9 o'clock Saturday morning, there's going to be a fried flying rat. I call it
a flying rat.
Yeah. And Sundays it's mid-afternoon. But I was having a conversation with somebody about the grid going down, and as I was having the conversation, the power went out. And this time it was actually my transformer that it got fried on. Usually it's the one across the street or down on the curve. But they just got the fuse in and flip the switch back on. I'm like, why don't they put the protective covers around those things? And they said, because the town thinks it's going to raise their taxes. And I said, doesn't it cost more money to keep bringing out that new fuse thing and having your bucket trucks come out and everything? And they were like, they don't think it is. I'm like, okay, welcome to Alabama. I'm from Boston. I'm from Boston originally. So like this stuff just don't make sense to me, you know, and then I've been living in South Florida. So yeah, I've met every cliche of Alabama you can meet. My own grandpa.
Suburban says, the squirrel took my power out. It was on a transformer. Brown eagle decided he was lunch. Next thing I know, I have a fried squirrel, an injured eagle flopping around, no power, and a yard full of noisy neighbors. Oh, gosh.
Oh.
Oh, no. Josh, I sent you a link.
You know how you get rid of noisy neighbors when that stuff like that happens? Walk out with an 18-inch Bowie knife or machete and say, I got him skinned. Anybody want to cook him? They'll all leave. They'll leave real quick.
I bet you.
Well, what I found was interesting was there was one night where the entire mountain went out. It was pitch black. Now, I've never experienced that in my life. And so I'm freaking out, you know, because I'm like, all right, well, I'm a prepper. You know, I should know where my candles are, you know, whatever, you know. And I'm just thinking it's another squirrel incident, but I'm like, this don't happen at night. So I go next door to my neighbor and I ask them, you know, what's going on? And they're like, we have no idea what's going on. And then the husband says to the wife, get inside. I've got the generator running. So I see the cop over across there. If you go across my street, then you're on the main road. And there was a cop sitting up by the school. So I get in my car and I drive around the corner, and I pulled up next to him. He's banging like crazy on his keyboard on his computer. And I see it's a black screen. And I'm like, so if this ever happens again, I could rob something, because he would never get the notification. So my criminal mind went off. It wasn't, oh my God, if there's an emergency. My mind didn't, oh my God, if there's an emergency, there's no way to get 911 help.
Yeah, but Alley Cat, the radios still work.
Note to self.
Get my notebook out. Okay, house number house. Have
Really?
your little diabolical checklist going on here.
We only have 3 police officers in this town anyway.
Oh, is it Uncle Al's birthday? Happy birthday, Uncle Al. I love you.
Oh, what'd you do? Turn 18, Al?
Uncle Al.
Yep. Have a good day. He said he was busy, so I don't think he can stay, but I hope he heard me say happy birthday. Anyway, oh my goodness, that's funny. Yeah, when she was telling that story, I was thinking about that Scrat or whatever from Ice Age cartoon. Oh my gosh.
I have a dog that looks exactly like that thing.
Oh God, that poor dog.
He got the big long toenails. No matter how many times I clip them toenails, she's actually. Let's see if I can turn this so you can see her. I don't know if you can see her or not. No, you can only see me. I'm sure if I called.
My pit bull struck again. Brought our pit bull mix brought another large raccoon up into the yard this week that he had killed.
Hey, keep the raccoons out of your chicken.
Yep.
We don't have any chickens, or it would, but I can't. I'm allergic to the feathers so bad I can't even be within a few feet of them, and my face is swelling up.
Yeah, but your brother down the road has them, right?
That's right. My brother-in-law has them.
Now you know if you need to get rid of the pup, you need to put him down there.
Upsec. Got to turn the page for a minute. Hubby's getting into the safe. Can't let anybody see what we got in there.
Done already seen it, too late. No, I'm kidding.
He finally got it on the third try. What is it? Coyotes? Mm-hmm. Coyotes.
Oh.
They're awful this year.
Time to pick up some night vision and a coyote call.
Yep. Where are they at?
Down in the pasture between us and Bull.
Yeah, they've been getting really close. Our pit bull Rascal, we heard an awful scuff one night, and my husband was out in the barn. It's about 60 yards that direction, and over here on this side of the house, my husband's hearing this scuffle, and he comes and he walks around the side of the house, and Rascal, our pit bull mix, has a coyote hemmed up under the dining room window against the house. Like, he is ferocious, let me tell you. Like, he is the sweetest dog to people, but you get in his territory, his domain, that's it.
Doing his job. It's what that dog was originally bred for, is protection.
Yeah, he does.
It's an easier to train dog. It's usually a lot more family safe.
Mm-hmm.
But when properly trained, they are one of the most vicious guard dogs there is, because they usually don't bark much. They just show teeth and bite.
Oh yeah, yeah. And he's the most gentle thing, but as soon as you hear that deep rumbling growl, and you see that hair stand up on the back, whoop, on his back, you know you're in trouble. Hey, girl.
Hey, Laura.
So here, let me change subjects for just a minute. Tuesday on my live stream, I'm going to do a live taste test where y'all get to pick what flavors I tried during the live stream. This is something new. This is cold brewed coffee. It's not hot. It is shelf stable, which is the reason I chose this company. So as long as you don't open it, you can shove it in the cupboard and leave it there for probably about 2 years with no worries, because they are sealed. So
No, good. So when the mouse chews through my new coffee pot, then I've got some instant coffee.
it's not instant coffee. It's cold brew. There's a big difference,
Ah,
especially in flavor. The one I held up is actually one of the 2 energy drinks they have. They also have coffee beans there as well at this company. I didn't get any of that because I don't have a grinder at this moment. So I do want to get a hold of some of that. But Tuesday, my live stream, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will do live, and you guys get to pick the flavors I try.
what does SOP stand for?
Southern Ohio Prepping.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Let me sub to you.
Dave, do you have your you've got a wrench on the outside, don't you? I'm not looking on the
Yeah, I do somewhere.
Can you share your channel link?
I'll think about it.
Put the link in the link.
Link's in the link, damn it.
The link is in the link. Hey, Tim. Hi, Kentucky. Thanks for coming in. Good to see y'all.
I can't see the chat.
Oh, my goodness.
Just ran upstairs. Husband's
I got you.
watching the football game, so.
Link is in the chat.
There you are. Thanks, Kentucky. So how was your week, Laura? I saw your video where you went and toured the Walmart again to see what was on the shelves.
Yeah.
I'm behind.
Good week. You know, we signed our papers. Our house is sold. So all day today we've been packing. So we're not packing so much. We're doing the Goodwill runs, you know. So getting rid of
purging your stuff.
Ouch.
purging, yeah.
Yeah.
We're starting off with purging. So yeah.
Yeah.
because
Well, how long do you have before you have to be out, Laura?
57 days now. So, but you know, we're also moving my mother-in-law and my son-in-law with us, and we're also moving a kiddo at the same time to a different location. So it's a lot. There's just a lot of
Speaking
moving
about
parts.
Full House.
Huh?
Speaking about Full House.
Full house.
Full house, yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But they're gonna rent a place there, and we're gonna stay with my brother, or Chris's brother. So that will be a nice full house, 5 people, isn't too bad. And
Yeah.
then we'll start building our house. So
Oh my gosh. I'm excited for you.
we're excited.
I'm not excited for the getting everything ready to relocate, but once you get there, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Yep. So
Oh my goodness.
you just start to realize how much junk you have when you don't want to move most of it across the country. It's like, wow.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
We just did that like 7 months ago.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, we don't want that kind of purging going on there backwoods, okay? That's not the kind of purge.
I was ready for it. Let 'em
Hey,
come.
that's your heads up. When you hear that
I'm ready
siren,
for
watch
it.
out.
Yep. I have a vest. Charles has got a vest. We ready. And that's one thing I don't know. Maybe it's comical in a way that some of these other so-called prepping channels who tout that if you don't buy their T-shirt, you can't survive the apocalypse. There's one out there that says, "Buy my T-shirt, you'll survive." Crazy independent people. Anyway, oops, sorry. But
No,
yeah,
I agree.
they don't have
It's a
vests for their
magic
family.
t-shirt.
They got vests for themselves, but not their family.
Mm.
I'm sorry, but my family is the reason I'm prepping in the first place. So the first person that should have one is my family. Fortunate for me, I just got Charles, but
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's one of those things, like, I will never claim to be like ace number one preparedness person. I try to learn everything I can and everything like that. But I'm one of those that will flat out admit when I do not,
Right. That's
I'm
the
not,
thing.
I haven't had the education on this subject that I would like to have. And that's where I call in somebody like you or Bruce or somebody else to come in and talk us through it, and so that I can build up those skills. You know, I think that that is so important. We have to admit where we are. And some of these people just crack me up whenever they're like, I'm the be all know all for prepping. And
The very same person I was referring to just a few moments ago, last year, if I remember correctly, could have been slightly a year and a half ago, maybe, but he put out a video. Says, I just wore my 80-pound ruck and I ran across the county, and he's telling all how far he went. But if you watch the video really closely, the scenery doesn't really change. He just kind of turns the camera a little bit as he's walking. He walks in a great big circle, and if you watch really carefully, you'll see the corner of his house 3 different times in this video where he's supposedly walking this distance. It's like, really, dude? Do you believe everybody? But apparently, a lot of people are just dumb enough to believe it.
Are you talking? Are you talking about? Are you talking about a secret?
No.
Okay, I didn't know if that's the person you were talking about.
No, this person is in Missouri.
Oh.
I feel sorry for my sister because she's also in Missouri.
Kentucky Patriot Semper Fi, let me tell you. Same here. My husband and I have been married almost 31 years. And I have acquired a lot of stuff like reference books and things like that since I had begun preparing, and so like lanterns and just the things that are just in case for an emergency. I cannot imagine having to pack it all. Or
it's a pain in the butt, trust me.
And
I just did it myself.
How many of you all think that you could carry a pack and walk though if you had to? Even like say 20.
Depends on the situation. Now, the average person, okay, this is a general statement. This is for the average person. This doesn't take into people who are disabled or people who are Adonises. This is the average Joe Schmo walking down the street can carry an average of about 20% of their body weight for a slightly extended period of time. But I weigh 250 pounds. That doesn't mean I'm going to be carrying a 40-pound backpack for the next 80 miles. That's pushing it. I know my limits.
Yeah.
That's why my bug out bag, should I need to leave the area I'm at right now for a short stay, it's not extended, it's not a long term, but a short stay, is only 27 pounds.
Yeah.
Charles has one that fits his body weight, has the stuff that he needs. And I got a wagon that we can pull that will carry a majority of the other stuff, including my medic bag, which if you leave without a medic bag, you're kind of crazy. And if you need medical advice, talk to the person in the middle top row.
Well, when I was in the army and I was younger and healthier, I was carrying like 50 kilos of stuff. Every time we go 5 kilometers, 7 kilometers, and you need to carry it because it's your gear. Without the gear, you can do nothing.
Right. Well, here in the Army, it was for me, and I think Bruce has made similar statements in the past. It's an 80-pound ruck, 12-mile forced march. Right in the start of basic training, they're going to put you through your paces, and it's an 80-pound rucksack.
That was in basic training, but once you get out to the regular Army, like when I was over in Korea, all the extra accoutrement they require you to have, you end up with a 120-pound pack.
Yeah.
And that is no fun, trust me.
I did.
No, and half the people that are in the basic training at that age aren't much more than 200 pounds to begin with, so they're carrying over 50% of their body weight.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I did I was 134 pounds, and I carried in a backpack for 50 miles on the PCT. Yeah. It was like 46 pounds or something like that on the PCT. So I know I can do it. It's just I was in a little better shape back then.
Exactly.
So
I ran the Boston Marathon, and I can't even get to my mailbox and back without, my inhalers and, Well, of course.
Yeah, I mean, I'm honest about my physical limitations. I could go like on adrenaline probably for a little while, but after that, I'm probably gonna have
to. You're done. And that's the
yeah,
same.
I'm gonna have to probably set up camp 5 miles into my hike. To be honest with you.
I can go 12.
I got lucky because of the bug out location I found. It's actually a cave that the military used to use because we build all the airplane parts here. We have Redstone Arsenal is what it's called. Anyway, you can see where the cave has been dug out to where like tanks used to be. Mm-hmm. And there's bars, metal bars, but somebody had cut one of them. But there's also a waterfall that flows inside it. So I went up 1 block and there's this beautiful waterfall and it just goes into sand. There's no puddle underneath it, no, pool or anything. And then I found 7 more waterfalls amongst all the high ground and everything. So I know that water's coming from that waterfall. So I measured it out. It's 2 miles. There's 2 different routes you can take to get to it. And it's 2 miles. And they're both downhill. So I'm like,
I am not claiming that.
No, I'm good. One is on a main road and one's on a country road. And the country road is actually more dangerous because people speed really bad.
Yeah, they do. My pack is about 23 pounds. That's what our packs are. Well, our bug out packs are a little more. Our get home packs are about 23 pounds. And I could lighten that up easily. No problem. But I'm a preparedness person. So I always pack more than I probably need. And then I would probably have a trail of it. I'd have to bury along the back.
Well, see, that's the thing about having a...
people have dumped things.
Right. Having a pre-planned route. Let's say, for instance, I see things happening and I realize I've got to leave where I'm at and head to a new location. I've already got planned. I've already got routed. I've been up and down it a couple dozen times. Taking off with a very light pack and resupplying several stops along the way is the smartest way to relocate. Yeah. That way you've got, okay, I need to go 3 days before I can get to the next cache I've got buried. And I know it's only going to take me 2 days to get there. I'm only going to take 3 days worth of stuff in that bag to start with. 3 days worth of food, a change of socks, underwear. And I know I've got a resupply further down so I don't have to carry as much, which allows me to move that much faster.
Yeah. The only thing, it would depend on the situation. Sometimes you might not know which direction you're going to go, but if you're limited, then the
other thing you got to consider is if you're moving out, it's probably a pretty bad situation. So if it's a non-permissive environment, you're going to need more ammo. You're going to have your plates on, stuff like that. So that takes away a lot of the weight that you're going to be able to carry in a pack because you're going to have, another 50 or 60 pounds worth of body armor plus, your extra ammunition for your rifle, your pistol, all that. So you have to take that into account when you're thinking about, okay, well, if I'm going to put this pack on and I'm going somewhere, I'm going to have extra gear that I'm going to need to have on as well. Because it's not good if you're trying to get out of there, if you have protective gear and you don't have it on, what good's it doing you?
Yeah. Yep, well, that is true.
You got to watch at least the very first video that I put up because I talk about the EDC. And then I say, okay, so here's my dilemma about can preppers be hoarders? And I take you to my car and you can see that I've got double tents. I've got camping. I've got enough cooking equipment for a restaurant. I mean, my trunk is packed. I even have it looks like a gas can, but it has the tube that comes up where you can pee into it. It's a woman's thing. Which I love because when I'm camping, I get up in the middle of the night and I have bladder spasms. So I don't have a lot of time to get up and go. So
it's like, you gotta get there and get there.
This is my everyday carry car.
I've tried one of those.
I hate so many times I want, I'm rocking. I got everything but clothes. I can change them once a year anyway. So no big deal.
yeah, there's different kinds of them, and some of them are better than others. But yeah, some of them kind of collapse a little too much when the women are trying to use them.
That was
this-
something
this
that
was
I
good.
discovered I need in the woods, so that will never go in my prepper pack. I mean, there's an art to peeing in the woods, and if you know how to do it, then that's,
Well, that's why we have hover muscles, us women. 'cause
yeah.
we don't
But if you have bad knees or you have a hard time squatting, it is an option for women because
You know what I do is, this is TMI probably, but
Oh, you missed them earlier then.
yeah, you sit on a log and you pee on a log, because that way you don't have to use your muscles to hover and you're not splattering all over the place. It hits the log and then you don't get your clothes wet. So
Yeah.
Oh, I have
That is the
I've mastered, you know how there's that little step up thing, like when you get into your car seat and there's that little side panel?
Yep.
I've mastered, I always wear shorts. So I have mastered sitting on that side thing right in the middle of Walgreens parking lot. I mean, I don't care what. If I've got to go, I've got to go. And I just pull my shorts off to the side, and my door always has tissue in it. And I just sit there real casual and pee and wipe myself and pull my shorts back over, slide back into my seat, and off I go.
So if you live anywhere where Alley Cat is, be aware puddles may not just be dumped out water on the side.
It's Alley Cat for a reason. I spray.
Oh my gosh.
I leave my mark.
Kentucky Patriot says he raises his leg like a dog.
Hey, Kentucky Patriot, I want some ALA.
Oh my gosh.
Well, there's an art
You haven't had ALA, man. You want to talk about something that'll...
There's an art to staying clean, right?
Yeah, no kidding. Emma said, "This is so not a decompression time." Here we're talking about
funny, I hear
bugging out.
I hear laughter. That's got to be somewhat decompressing.
Yeah.
It's not depressing.
Yeah, just a picture of Kentucky Patriot hiking his leg up, Oh my gosh.
My male dog lifts his leg and then he pees in the opposite direction.
How does that work?
He lifts the leg that's away from the tree and then pees, and then it's all down his leg. So, you truly are brain, aren't you? I don't think you're stupid, but I mean, come on.
Oh my gosh.
Squat like your sister does.
So Dave, what kinds of coffee do you have there? Like, what are the flavors? Like, I got to be pre-thinking about what I want to torture you with if there's something that's torturesome there.
No, we got regular.
Vanilla. Oh, hold on. Let me put you on the big screen, mister.
Don't scare people. Come on.
No. I'm teasing.
That's vanilla. That's good.
Mocha.
Ooh.
Then there is a different type of vanilla.
Mm.
And then there is blueberry pomegranate. This is the energy drink. It's got the same amount of caffeine as coffee, but without the coffee jitters.
Oh, I don't get coffee jitters, but
me neither.
I like flavors.
So that's what I got.
Oh boy.
And for those who missed it, Tuesday, my live stream at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You guys get to pick the drink I drink from that mix.
Emma just learned that holding in laughs will trigger tears faster than just letting the laugh out. She's trying to be quiet because hubby is napping.
Oh.
Sorry, Bobby, but we're going to wake you up.
Here, Suburban, I'll hide back down here. It's normal there.
You are speaking truth, Ginger. The more country your friends are, the more likely they are to pee in crazy places. Yep.
I'm not country.
When I went to Maine, me and my sister were at Save-A-Lot, and they had
You're
like
not
these
country yet.
little low bushes. And
just
I had to go. So I got down as low as I could. Now there's people coming in and out of the parking lot. And all of a sudden, this car horn beeps, and I hear, "Hey, puppy, are you homeless?"
Oh.
And I turn. It's my brother-in-law. And he's laughing and says, "I can't believe you're squatting in the middle of the parking lot." I said, "I'm not. I'm off to the side of the parking lot." He said, "Everybody can see you." I said, "What are they seeing?" "I got my shorts on. I got this mastered." I said, "You were looking for me." So Denise says, "I just walked away from her."
Tune in next week when we see the local police report for Alley Cats prepared live, arrested for public indecency.
Never happened in years. I probably just did myself, but
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Required me to leave the house.
Oh my goodness.
So maybe Thursday, because that's when I have to go to the doctor. So my husband hates it when I have doctor's appointments because I take his paycheck with me. And it's like, hey, I only get off the mountain once a month, so I'm gonna have fun while I'm out.
Yeah.
Most of the time that's true for me. I only go and do my main shopping once a month. I've had to go to town twice last week and I thought I was gonna die. I absolutely hate having to go run errands.
I went to the store today. Groceries.
Oh,
Yeah, what was your total?
Don't ask.
Was it 456?
How much? What?
Was it over 456? That's what I spent last.
No. I can shop better than that.
That's what
I haven't seen very many good sales. Like usually right before Thanksgiving, you see really good sales, and I haven't seen really good prices on much of anything.
The Kroger that I have to go to is becoming a boutique Kroger. They're carrying all the frou-frou rainbow colored fancy stuff that cost you an arm and a leg and 2 kidneys.
Yeah.
But they did have, now mind you, hamburger, 80-20 hamburger here is $7 a pound. They also have a 2-pound package of regular hamburger that's 80-20, as well as a pound of pork meat in it for the same $7. So 1 pound for $7 or 2 pounds for $7.
Yeah.
I bought the only 3 packages I had of the 2 pounds. I ain't sharing with nobody. Those were mine, damn it.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
I also bought
I tell you, I mean, for some people, the sales are really good. Like I was watching Living on a Dime to Grow Rich the other day, and they were going over their grocery prices in different parts of the country. And Sutton's Days did something like that too. And some of the sales were really good in other places. Like turkey was 89 cents a pound in some parts of the country. In my area, you can get 1 turkey, and they're not very big, for 99 cents a pound, and then it's $1.29 after that. That's the best deal I've seen so far in our part of the country. What were you going to say, Laura?
It's 89 cents a pound here for a Thanksgiving turkey.
I got a 15-pound bird in the freezer. I ain't looking for more turkey.
Well, I've got 3 turkeys in the backyard that are Thanksgiving, and giving a couple away. So,
hey, farmer son.
I only also have to feed me and Charles. So I mean, what my prep list for food is a lot smaller than anybody with more than 3 people.
Yeah.
If you got 2 grown adults plus 1 or 2 kids, your food bill and your prepping list is going to be a lot larger and more inclusive than mine is.
Yeah.
See, I could just feed him nuggets and he'd be happy for the next 3 or 4 years.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I wish we could get stuff like that. But see, I live so far away from a larger city. The larger cities is where you see the more competition on pricing and stuff around this time of year. Yeah. I live 3 hours from a large enough city to do that. Yeah. Like literally, I live 3 hours from Oklahoma City. So there's no place around here. There's not really much to compete because the 2 grocery stores besides Walmart that's in my nearest town, which I can go shopping, which is Oak City, Oklahoma. I still live an hour from there, but those 2 stores are owned by the same company, so their prices are the same. One has double coupons, one does not, but that's the only difference.
Well,
So they
because
don't-
you don't live down by mouse.
I
If
live
you
in
live down by
a
mouse,
town.
you'd have to worry about water moccasins and crocodiles trying to nap at your heels as you went to the store anyway. She lives so far away and has to ride a canoe to get to it.
Yeah.
The stores here in Oregon don't do double.
You better
coupon.
watch out. Mouse may be setting mouse traps for you there, Dave.
Maybe.
Hey, I done
Josie,
learned
what-
I don't go anywhere near Mouse's house. I may like
Yosi,
that
what was you going to say?
I live in a small town. We have 60,000 people,
Mm,
and we have like 11 or 12 supermarkets, and everyone is competition with another. So the prices is down.
yeah, that helps whenever there are companies owned by different or stores owned by different companies, because then they will compete to try to bring
Yeah.
people in.
Yep.
Farmer's son is my neighbor. He just lives.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that y'all were that close.
Oh, yeah, he's like 2 towns over from me.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Real close. I told him I wanted to hook up with him, and he said he didn't drive.
Oh,
Where'd you find turkeys for 90 cents a pound, Farmer's son?
we have like our local little grocery store in the little bitty town. It has turkeys, and in the first turkey, like I said, is 99 cents. And then after that, any turkey after that is $1.29. That's the best I could find. I haven't been to Walmart yet, so I don't know.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
usually Thanksgiving, like the Winn-Dixies and the Piggly Wigglies and, Save-A-Lot, stuff like that, they were like down to like 49 cents a pound.
Oh, I know. Yeah, you can't hardly
They
find
like
that
one
anymore.
away.
Hey, Broussard, it's good to see you.
But then there's not a lot of turkeys on the shelf. either,
No,
No.
I didn't even see it in our local store. There was only about 10 turkeys. And I mean, this is a little bitty town, okay? But there were only like 10 turkeys in the freezer case. That's all I saw.
Our Walmart has a lot less than usual, and then our Kroger doesn't even have turkeys at all.
Mm.
So that was a week ago, so I'll have to look again. But yeah,
Suburban, man, that's awesome. Yeah.
Tasha, so we have 15 minutes, so State Garden.
Yeah, we're gonna give it 5 more minutes and then we'll call her quits. I always cut it off about 10 minutes before Garden State Gardener comes on, so everybody has a chance for a restroom break and all of that stuff.
Here, I'll share my screen with you.
Okay. Let's see what we got.
49 cents a pound at my Kroger.
Dang.
Wow.
Nowhere close anywhere around here.
Sure it is. Just start driving today. You'll be here next week.
Oh, yeah, sure. Sure, okay. Get right on that. By the time I paid for the fuel to get there, I could have bought quite a few turkeys. I you know what? We have wild turkeys out here. I may just go out and get me one this year.
there you go.
Well, start walking.
Be careful.
You're gonna
Wild
get
turkeys
there
do fly.
for the next year.
I
Not-
have
not
no idea. Yossi, I have no idea what I have in my freezer because I did buy like Cornish game hens and smoked hams and turkey like a year or 2 years ago. But I've piled stuff on top of the freezer to keep the freezer door closed.
Yeah.
I'm sure I probably got 5 turkeys out there.
I'll be there, Broussard.
Okay, Broussard's. I normally go to Garden State Gardeners, but I'll try to watch too. So, because I know he's 6 to 8, I think Central, but I will try to check that out as well.
Yeah, Broussard's is coming up here shortly.
Yep. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
it's really
said.
it's hard
No,
when
hour,
a lot of
actually.
people have their
It'll be an
lives
hour.
on at the same time.
Yeah, in an hour. All right, y'all. Well, I think we'll call her good. Thank y'all so
Okay.
much for coming and for the
Thank you.
laughs. I appreciate y'all a lot. I really
I
do.
guys know all my secrets. So.
Tasha.
All right, I
Bye,
love y'all.
guys.
Go get some coffee, go to the bathroom, and get ready for the live streams that you're
Yeah.
going to go to. And I will share Garden State Gardener's link on my community page if anyone's interested in going over there. I love y'all. And thanks
All
for
right.
watching. We'll see you again next week.
Okay, bye.
Love you too.
Bye, guys.